I always thought I had a gift for expression. So at the beginning of my career, I went to New York to try to break into show business. One of the first places I went to was the Joey Parker show. And I went up to Joey and I asked him if he had any spots for me. He said, "Why don't you look up my old friend Don Maxwell?" So I went over to Don Maxwell's office and he hired me right on the spot. He was like this publicity agent and a publicist and a talk show host. And the more I worked around Don, the more I found out that he was a New York show business legend. He'd been broadcasting for about 50 years and he featured some of the most obscure entertainers that you can imagine. Some of these people included Dante, Swami of the Accordion, and Master of the Invisible Handshake, Fabrini, the Singing Psychic, and Tony Moreno, the Society Troubadour, raconteur, character actor, artist, fashion designer, singer, guitarist, bicyclist, lecturer, producer, director, and the busiest man of quality around. So I was Maxwell's talent coordinator, which meant I kind of followed him around and did whatever needed to be done. But because he had a cable access TV show, there was like really low budget, so sometimes I got paid off in meals. I was still pursuing other acting jobs. Maxwell introduced me to a friend of his, this German photographer, who took me up on some Manhattan rooftops and took pictures of me for headshots. I thought he was kind of weird, but the shots turned out okay, so I started sending them out for different auditions. One of the first auditions I went to is they were looking for a young Jerry Lewis. I went over there and the casting director goes, "Show me what you can do." I was kind of panicky because I didn't prepare anything. He had a bunch of papers on his desk, so I took the papers and I started shuffling them around, and then I don't know what happened, but the papers all went flying. After all that, he goes, "You know something, you're pretty good." And I was pretty hopeful after that, but he never called me back. Shortly after that, I got another audition and I actually got the job as a sheep in a commercial. It was like a commercial for a betting company, and in the commercial there was this guy having trouble sleeping, so he was counting sheep jumping over a white picket fence. So they had about 6 of us, dressed up as sheep, with the big fluffy white outfit and the floppy ears. And I was the shortest one there. When it came time, the director yelled action, and everybody started to jump over the fence. When it came to my turn, I couldn't jump over because the fence was too high. My uniform was a little big on me too, and my legs were too short. I was mortified that I couldn't jump over the fence, and then the director yelled, "Cut." And he said, "I kind of like that. I think we're going to leave that in the commercial." From what I hear, there's still people who remember that commercial with the sheep that can't jump over the fence. And that was my start in show business.